You know I'm the only one who will love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I could be the star you rely on. Hi everyone. Hello, greasy-haired Sam, back at it again. I made a video like a couple days ago, but I didn't release it because I had a mental breakdown during the video. Not like an emotional mental breakdown, but I started like hallucinating really bad for some reason, and I really freaked myself out. And like the whole video was just like, it was really weird. Like I couldn't keep track of anything. I couldn't figure out what to talk about. It was like really weird. And like even I noticed it. I was like, wow, nothing is making sense. So more than usual. So you guys didn't get to check out the setup yet. Boom. Frickin' apple lights because it's autumn. Boom. Frickin' little leaves because it's autumn. It's not autumn yet. It's September 1st. I might be able to upload this before it's September 2nd. Happy September. Hey, Miss September, I can remember the touch of your feminine form. Hey, Miss September, don't mean to offend, but that thought makes my temperature warm. Whoa. Now I know you want to be done with boys that are bad for you. Maybe you're thinking it's time you settle down. But once in a while you want to smile, give a call, honey, you know I'm around. 'Cause your kisses, they're like honey, and I love your auburn hair. Yeah, and I'd gladly spend my money if it means that we could have a little rendezvous here in my bedroom. The lights down low, come on, take me as I am. Miss September, I surrender. Take me off to Wonderland. Got a little in the groove there. Hey, Miss September. This thing kept dying. I don't remember what I was doing, but I think it was like really high or something, and I was like trying to light a candle and it wouldn't turn on, so that was probably a sign. Anyway. So I don't know what I talked about in that last video because I can't remember anything other than the mental breakdown. But yeah, let's just start off with number one thing that's happening right now. Bunny's sick again. Bunny is sick a freaking again. I came back home from work like I think it was like 3 days ago. No, it was 4 days ago. And I came back home from work and I was like, oh my god, there's literally diarrhea everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck? So I go into the bathroom, and because my bunny has taken a liking to the bathroom, which is bad because obviously there's chemicals everywhere. And there's like shit everywhere, and he's just hunched up in the corner. I'm like, no, I can't do this again, because he just came back from the vet like, I don't know, like freaking, like a week ago. Probably like 2 weeks ago. Guys, look at this. Meow shelf. Meow shelf. I have no place to put it, obviously, as you can see. My walls are filled. My walls are filled. Everything is, there's no room for anything. You guys ready to get sick? Whee! Whee! You guys like that? Anyway, so my point was, oh, I was looking for these. I was looking for my little tea light s'mores. Wait, is this like perfect length? Well, there's a meow watching me. Whatever. Okay. So there's that. And, he has officially become the $10,000 bunny because I have $10,000 in vet bills. That's 10 bands, bruh. You gonna flex money? Well, I just spent $10,000 on vet bills this year. These past 4 months, 10,000. 10 millies. 10 millies in millies. That's 10 million, but 10K. 10 killies. 10 killies and millies. So, I hope that that's karma and it comes back to me and I get whatever's worth 10 grand, because it's been really difficult. I thought for sure, I was like, there's no way. Like, I was freaking out. I wasn't having like one of those episodes where it's like, I gotta message everyone, email everyone. It wasn't like that, but I did email one of my old philosophy teachers. Unfortunately, I don't know if the kids are back to school yet or not. I think they are. Oh yeah, they have to be. It's September 1st, obviously. But I emailed him, he didn't email me back yet. And I basically emailed him, hey, what do you think the ethics are on euthanasia? Because it's like this whole thing, but I'm gonna run out of money eventually, you know? And my bunny, he just seems to keep getting sick and I can't afford it anymore. So I'm actually in debt now, officially. I'm officially in debt. Before, I was kind of in debt because I used a credit card, but I technically still had the money, like I had savings. So, but for some reason, I don't understand why, my mom was like, don't pay it off. Don't pay it off yet because you're gonna be sad without the money. So like, I thought that was weird. I was like, I was using a credit card because my bank wasn't letting me take out, I think it was that, no, maybe? I don't remember. I think it was the surgery. It was, 3,500. 3,500 is what, wait, no, 3,500? That is 35, oh. 30, okay, that whole thing, the vet was like, hey, the surgery is $35,000, and I was like, okay, my bunny's gonna die, because there's no way. And then I realized it was actually 3,500, and yeah, I do have dyscalculia, so I'm actually gonna get like an official diagnosis for that soon, because I wanted to start going back to college next year. I'm kind of sad because, like, okay, actually no, it helps, because I started to get sad because like everyone was doing all this cool stuff. My brother just moved away to his university, and I thought I'd be a lot sadder than I really am, but honestly, what I learned is I feel a lot of judgment from my brother and my dad specifically. My mom sometimes too, but my mom's like, actually not that bad. My brother though, he has good intentions, but the way he goes about it is by like being very judgmental. Like I remember like I could like I can finally watch Hoarders, okay? I was watching a video about Hoarders and how she was like, she collects trash and like everything's horrible and like all this, you know, shit. And my brother would always be like, that's you, it's gonna be you. And it's like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. It was just so annoying because like he's concerned about all these things. Like he's concerned I'm gonna be a hoarder. He's concerned I'm gonna start vaping again. He is concerned I'm gonna get really fat. He did tell me that one time. He was like, I'm afraid you're gonna be on my 600-pound life. And I was like, okay, thank you for that. I remember, like, he would just, like, go after me for shit. Like, I remember the same day, this was fucking crazy because it was the same day I told him how much it hurt to talk about it, but I have this weird thing with, like, food. I don't know why. It's, like, I guess it's food guilt, but I don't really know where it comes from. Because I used to be like, oh my god, I'm so fat when I was a kid. Now I'm like I'm literally fine. Like, I'm okay. My biggest problem is the amount of sugar I eat. That's, like, my number one concern that I get, like, you know, I got a little bit issue with that. But also weight gain, you know, like, it's also, like, kind of a hack. If you just eat a bunch of candy instead of eating real food, you lose a lot of weight. So, also that, too. Don't follow that because you will get cavities. I need to, okay, anyway. So, my point is, though, that day, I was in the car, and I was driving him somewhere, and we were coming back home, and I was like, yeah, so I actually have this really weird thing where it's like I feel like I'm stealing everyone's food and like I'm just like eating so much and no one else can get any food and everything like that. And he was like, oh, it's stupid, etc., etc. And then that night we're like messing around downstairs and I was eating cereal. I don't remember what brought it up, but we were just like play fighting, and then all of a sudden it got real serious and he was like, I don't remember, but he was like, oh, because of you, Mom can't afford groceries. Mom can't afford groceries to feed us all because you eat it all. And I was like, okay, damn? Like, what the fuck? What even happened? Like, when this happened, I was so shocked I couldn't even say anything. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna just go upstairs. And he was like, what? Why are you mad? It was like, it was this whole thing. And it wasn't just that. It was like, he kept talking about stuff that was weird like that. And then I came downstairs a little while later because I think I brought, yeah, I think I brought the cereal upstairs because I was eating cereal. Brought the cereal upstairs, and then I went back downstairs. No, okay, I was downstairs the whole time. My brother went upstairs because he got mad because I was upset. And then that was the one time that I think anyone else has caused me to throw away food. I just dumped all the cereal out into the garbage because I just felt like so terrible and so like fat and awful for feeling like I was like eating everything and no one else could eat any food because of me. So, and then my mom came downstairs and I was crying and I was like, you won't believe what the fuck just happened. So then she talked to my brother about it and he was like, oh, I didn't realize that it was like this whole big thing. I assumed like if you were upset you would talk to me about it. It was like, oh my god. But it's just an example of like I love my brother, but sometimes he just goes way too far. And then he doesn't apologize until it's too late. And I'm just realizing a small connection between what I was thinking about today. But I was over at Evan's house. Hi Evan, and I were watching this video. I was over at Evan's house last night and he was playing, he was showing me how to play Void Pets on my tablet. And I accidentally did like the little home screen thing or a little page, a tab thing where it opens up all the tabs that are open, and he could see the drawing that I was making in Medibang. I was making a drawing for him, and it was obviously of Lumen, his bebe, and I was working on it so hard, and it's so close to being done, and I was so proud of it. I was like, yes, like this actually looks really good. I'm like actually really proud of this. And also I figured out how to make transparent skin. Okay, in the drawing, like, I realized that I have, like, this purple outline on her skin, and then her skin is blue. And there's also, like, this shading on it that is on, like, the inside of, like, it's not touching the outside, but it's shading. And if you get rid of that purple outline, it's, like, bright cyan blue. It's, like, bright cyan blue. It is perfect. It makes the skin look perfectly transparent. And I'm sad that I can't do it for this one because it would be way too much work to go back and get rid of all the purple. But it looks so fucking good, and I'm just like, I figured it out. Because I was looking at, I just dropped my heartstrings. I was looking at the references that he sent me for Lumen, and none of them actually had, well, other than one, had like semi-transparent skin, but it didn't actually look transparent because they all had like this black or purple outline, blue outline. So, but I figured it out. I figured it out, okay? And now you'll never be able to see. You know why? Because he saw my drawing, and even though he only saw it for a second because I moved it away instantly, now it's not fun anymore. I can't show him now. Because instead of it being like cute and stupid, it's just stupid. Because there's like no surprise to it anymore. So it's like, what's the fucking point? But anyway, to rope that back to my brother, he would like, what the hell was it? I remember one specific thing he said. He said two things. One of them was, he was making fun of me. Oh, that's what that's what it was. I was working on this Lumen drawing. And it's like, originally it was supposed to be just like this cute little sketch because I was having issues with the hair for the actual commission he was doing for me or whatever. I was doing for him, and I just couldn't get the hair right, so I was trying to sketch out a cute little thing. And eventually I was like, oh, I love this drawing. This is actually really cute. So I kept coloring it in, and I kept shading, and then I like tried other different things, and I was like, oh my god. I feel like every single video, a little piece of fur gets in my mouth. I don't know. But anyway, what the fuck is the point? So my brother saw me drawing, and I was working on it, and he looked over at my tablet, and he was like, that's what you've been cooking up for the past 3 days? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. I just, you know, I'm surprised that that's what it is for 3 days. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay. Okay, that didn't hurt my feelings or anything by the tone that you're saying those things at, like it's a bad thing. Like, I'm sorry. My brother draws, like, really fast. Like, he can draw something, like, really fast. But I'm a fucking artist, okay? And I make masterpieces. Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't care what it is I'm making. I'm gonna spend forever because you only live one life, okay? You only live once. YOLO, you only live one life. And I'm gonna work hard on every single thing that I put my heart and soul into. Even those times where I was being paid to make fetish art and I hated it, I still tried my best. So, yeah. That really hurt my feelings. And then also, he was like messing around with me or something, and he was mad at me for something, and he was like, whatever, go back to drawing Evan's fish girls. And I was like, okay, the fuck? Like, that's what I mean, like, he'll just say shit like that, and it gets in my head, which is why I think is one of the reasons that I don't want to show him my drawings at all. Not my brother, but Evan. I don't want to show him any of my drawings, because it's like, I mean, I don't want to show anyone ever my drawings, unless it's like on Instagram where you can just scroll past it, because I think that I'm a burden and no one wants to see my art anyway. But yeah, so I'm kind of sad now, because that drawing was really close to being done. It would have been a cute surprise. It was going to be a surprise for his birthday, but then I'd take forever to do anything, so now it's kind of past his birthday already. But it was still going to be cute, and now it's not going to be cute anymore. Now I better just trash the drawing right now. My tablet's in my bag. Should I do it right now? Should I do it right now? Should I get my tablet and just throw it all away? Because that's all it is. Anyway, oh, so, I freaking showed my parents K-pop Demon Hunters today. I was like, guys, I was like hyping up this movie because I love K-pop Demon Hunters. And when I was over at Evan's house last night, we watched K-pop Demon Hunters again, but it was the sing-along, but it was like, it's the same thing, except it just has captions at the bottom. Anyway, and I was like, guys, you guys have to watch this freaking movie, because, like, I went to the vet today, and while I was driving up there, I was listening to Your Idol, like 10, 15 times in a row. But I showed them, and I was like, guys, freaking pay attention, yo. And my mom was, like, doing socks, like, so she was, like, pairing socks, and my dad was just, like, doing whatever. Like, my dad is ADHD, so, like, he doesn't sit still for anything, or he falls asleep, or, like, they always do that shit. And then, like, I was, like, trying to be like, guys, like, do you not realize that it's not about the movie? It's that your daughter wants to watch something with you, and I would prefer if you actually paid attention to something that I'm trying to show you, instead of just, like, not doing, because, like, she wasn't just matching socks, they were, like, also talking, and she was trying to get me to do stuff, too, and it's like, I want to watch the movie. I want to watch the freaking movie. Yeah, this is going to be the 3rd time I've seen the movie, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, I was kind of sad about that. And then, like, at the end of the movie, my dad was like, you're right. It was better than I thought it would have been. So I was like, okay, that's good, it's good. My mom, she was like, okay, so these are the socks that need to be sorted. These are the ones that don't have any. I was like, hello? Like, she didn't even say anything about the movie. So I was like, what the fuck? This is another thing. This is another thing. This is why I don't show people my music. I don't show people my art. And now I can't even watch movies with people, because I feel like it's like, it's just like, it's not even, like, a thing. It's, like, it doesn't matter. It's just, like, it was the same thing when I used to show my parents my art. They would just be like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's cool. That's it. And it was like, okay, I guess I don't know what I'm expecting. It's not worth it to show anyone my art for them to just be like that. So it's like, okay. It was the same thing I remember when I was at group therapy. I have a picture of Girlfriend from Five Nights at Funkin' on the, on my ceiling for some reason above my bed. And I remember when I made it, I was so excited. I showed everyone. I was like, guys, do you like my drawing? And they were like, yeah. And then they just continued doing their stuff. And I was like, okay, I worked so hard on this. So, okay, I guess. So that's why I don't like to show anyone. I'll post it on Instagram because it's like, you can just look at it and then just scroll. And I don't have to hear what you have to say, which is another reason I like making YouTube videos, because I can just talk like there's someone actually listening, even though most of my life I've been a YouTuber for almost 10 years, y'all. September 15th. I think it's September 15th. Yeah. I've been a YouTuber for 10 years. And that's not including Facebook videos, which I also want to show you guys. I was going to do, like, a cute little thing. Anyway, so that's another thing. I feel like I'm just, like, not important at all, and, like, nobody cares. So I'd rather just, like, have an outlet, you know? Like, art is my outlet, YouTube is my outlet, but no one has to see it. It would be great if someone saw it. Like, that's why I still upload videos, and I still put my art on Instagram and stuff like that, because I would love for people to see it, but I also can't take, like, people just, like, making me feel horrible about everything. Oh, I remember that was something I talked about in my last video. First of all, make sure you better stop me from talking, because I actually did it. I did it. I didn't upload the video where I was telling you guys this yet, but I finally decided. You guys don't understand how big of a deal this is. I actually took my memory card, cleared it. I put all the videos on my computer, and now you guys are gonna have to sit through me uploading every single one. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just, like, I'll super cut it all together. That might be better. But, guys, guess how long I have on this fucking camera. because you're definitely going to guess wrong. You get one guess. No, it's bigger. It's bigger. It is 32 hours and 33 minutes as of right now. You guys ready? You guys ready to listen to me talk for 32 hours? Okay. Well, that'll be uploaded on my channel. One day, though, one day that's gonna happen. One day, not 32 hours straight. Not 32 hours straight, but it'll be like a day where I'm just like having a tough time. I'm gonna talk for 12 hours straight. I've been close before. I've been close before with my gameplay videos. I've been close. Anyway, oh, so one of the things I wanted to talk about. Oh my god, this is one of the fucking craziest shit, and I can't figure out what, I don't know where it really stems from, or like where it comes from. I don't know, but it's so fucking annoying. So, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to use an example other than Evan. Yeah, no. Okay, fuck it. So, me and Evan have a lot of stuff in common, and I choose not to, like, talk about it too much, and I don't like to bring up stuff like that because, first of all, I was at work, and the thing that made me actually realize this was I was at work, and I wanted to go on my break, and then I noticed, I was like, oh, Evan just went on his break. Like, my feet were hurting so bad, I was thirsty, I was hungry, I was like, oh, I want to go on my break so bad, and I was doing codes, and then when I came back, I realized he was gone. He just went on his break. Do you know what that means? It means I can't go on my break. And you might be like, Sam, well, that makes sense. I mean, you don't want your department to be understaffed. You don't want two people to be on their break at the same time. You guys are always understaffed. We're not in the same department. So it doesn't even matter at all. So you might be like, why? Why didn't you just go on your break? Well, because I was thinking of all the ways that I could have made it awkward. I was thinking of all the ways, like, oh, freaking, oh, you're just too much. You're just too much. So, I don't know. I've been getting bipolar lately. I feel like it's the stress of my bunny, but I'm just been feeling a little bit weird. Anyway, so, I can't go on my break because I'm thinking, like, every single time I spend more time with him, I feel like he'll get bored of me, or I'll end up pushing him away with how, like, clingy I am, you know? So, I choose to slowly push people away before they can abandon me. And, I also realized that a lot of times that's why, like, sorry, I get distracted. So that's why a lot of the times that I end up accidentally losing friends because I cut myself off from them. Because of one way or another, a lot of times it's fear of being abandoned. So I just do it to them before they can do it to me. My nose is so itchy. So yeah, that's probably going to happen to Evan too. And I'm going to be really sad about it because I really like Evan, but that's exactly why I have to do it. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, okay, so we have a lot of stuff in common. And it's like weird shit that doesn't matter. And I don't know if like, so the reason I mentioned work was because I realized this at work. I was like doing codes and I was like, oh my god. Like, the reason I don't talk about it is because it's like, what if he thinks I'm lying? What if he thinks I'm just being a freak and like I'm just being like, oh my god, you like that character? I love that character too. She is literally such my kin. Oh my god, you like this game? I love that game too. Oh my god, we like so much of the same stuff. Oh my god, you like cartoons? I like cartoons too. Oh my god, this and this and that. And it's like, he eventually is gonna be like, okay, like, she has some ulterior motive, clearly, and she's lying to me. And then I was like, yo, wait, hold on, I'm getting all psychological here. The reason why I think he would think that about me is because that's what I thought about him when I first met him. I thought he was a fucking liar. I thought he had some kind of ulterior motive to hurt me somehow, for some reason, even though it doesn't make any sense. But I was like, oh yeah, I like this guy a lot, and we have good chemistry, and we both like fish, and he's like a creative person, and I like that too. So I was like, okay, so he's a fucking demon, basically. He's straight from hell, and he's coming to fuck up my life. So I was like, okay, so that's my life now. And then I had a mental breakdown on 5 ants. But now I'm not on 5 ants anymore. Although I think I should start ADHD medicine soon because I feel like I lose track of a lot of stuff and like I talk a lot. Anyway. Oh, so my point. I'm just giving you guys all the context here before I get to this. Kasane Teto? Yeah, I love her. Yeah. Apparently, she's always been my favorite, and I didn't know that. Because I was talking to my brother in the car. He was coming with me to the vet, because he came back for the weekend from, college, for some fucking reason, I guess. And, I was like, oh my god, I've been listening to Utao / Vocaloid / Since V so much. And I was like, he was like, yeah, that's fine, I'm just, like, so tired of Hasane Miku. And I was like, yeah, it kind of gets a little bit boring, I listen to a lot of Teto. And he was like, yeah, I know, she's always been your favorite. And I was like, she has? I was trying to think back, and I was like, oh my god, like, I don't even remember. I don't know, he remembers crazy shit about me that I don't even... That happens with friends, too. They'll just pull shit out, and I'll be like, whoa, I totally forgot that any of that happened. I don't know. But yeah, apparently she's always been my favorite little girl. So, don't remember that shit. But I do really like her voice, because it's like, it's so much more real than Hatsune Miku. Maybe it's just because it's not overplayed as much. And I just, like, really love her humble beginnings, you know? I think it's really interesting that her, like, original Utao and, like, what she is now, like, the voice is, like, really different. I know it's supposed to be, but, like, I just, like, I don't know. There's a charm in both, but still. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Teto, but, oh my god, I thought that was my bunny. Oh, it's just a pumpkin. I'm gonna gear up and take you down, da 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 da. Michael's, went to Michael's. Got so lucky, Anyway, so, we both love Kasane Teto. Sayori, let's talk about that for a second, because when I got into Doki Doki, it was a really weird point in my life. I think it was 6th grade. It must have been 6th grade. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. No, there's no way it was 6th grade. There's no way. But 7th grade, I was into, like, Jevil. And 8th grade was Dementio. So it had to have been 6th grade? No! Oh my god. That's actually crazy. Wait, my worlds are colliding, because 6th grade was when, like, I actually got diagnosed with... Well, no, I didn't get diagnosed... Anyway, 6th grade was when I started having depression for the first time, and I remember it got really bad, and that's when I started having suicidal ideation, 6th grade. So, that's so weird. That's so strange. Yeah, my bipolar got really bad that year, really bad. Anyway. Yeah, oh my god, middle school was horrible for me. Anyway, so, let's talk about this for a second, because I was obsessed with Yuri. Yuri was my girl, okay? I don't know what it was, but I just wanted to be her. And I wasn't cutting myself back then, so. But I just wanted to be her, I don't know. Like, all the guys, like, loved her, like, she was hot. She was smart, she was tall, you know? She was, like, super white, and I was like, she's me. She's who I'm supposed to be. Even though I don't know. I wouldn't say I had the Yuri personality, but I was, like, very antisocial. I had a lot of problems, so I could kind of see it, but, I remember we had, like, this kin group, so we all did these groups. So we had we had the DDLC group, we had the Undertale group, we had the Deltarune group, we had the Super Mario group. We did other ones, too. Oh, we did the Hazbin Hotel group. Oh my god. So basically it's just, like, your kin assigning everyone else, like, a character, but, like, they can pick. So, like, me, I chose Yuri. My friend Lizzie was Natsuki. No one was Monica, because Monica was too OP, so we didn't have that. And then my bestie, Sum, was Sayori. And we were like, let's go. We were like, yay. Because anyone who chose Monica, like, had, like, this thing. In middle school specifically, like, I remember, like, one of these girls was like, oh my god, can I be Monica in your group? And I was like, girl, we don't even know you. We are not that close to being, you were not involved in this. So, she wanted to be Monica. No. Because then you're gonna start power tripping, you're gonna start fucking trying to kill us. We're just having a peaceful little time here. So, anyway. What was I talking about? So, the groups. Let's talk about that, because I think it's very interesting that I believe Sayori used to be my least favorite. I'm pretty sure Sayori was literally my least favorite. It was either Sayori or Natsuki, but I'm pretty sure it was Sayori. Because I don't know what it was about her. She was just so annoying. She was just like a very bland, like, throwaway character to me. Like, I was like, Yuri's so cool. She's like this, like, runaway, like, science experiment, and, like, she reads a cool book and stuff. I actually fucked up one of my dad's books because I was, like, cosplaying Yuri. I actually did a cosplay of Sayori when I was in 6th grade, and I still have a picture of it, and it looks terrible, but I still have the wig. I still have the Sayori wig. And it's actually really good quality. Anyway, so I cosplayed Yuri one day, and I took one of my dad's, like, Mark Twain books, and I, like, I glued, like, an eye on it. I don't know. Is that, like, canon? Does the book have, like, an eye on it? I don't remember, but anyway, I did that, and I couldn't get it off. So you know what I did? I threw it into the woods. Yeah, that's how I dealt with my problems. I ruined my dad's book, and I just threw it into the woods, but that was, like, what? I was gonna say 5 years ago. That's not 5 years ago. That's like... eight years ago, 7 years ago, I don't know. Whatever. Undertale. Fucking Undertale's anniversary is gone. Oh, so anyway, Sayori. Let's get it out of the way. I'm a Sayori-kin. Okay, I don't know what happened. I guess I dealt with my issues or something, and I stopped being a freak, and then I still cut myself anyway. But I was kind of close today, I'm gonna be honest, because I felt so bad because I started talking about euthanasia with the vet tech, and I just, like, I felt so terrible about it. So I was like, well, now's the chance. So I was gonna do that, but instead, I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna get piercings when I feel like cutting myself, because for some reason that's more socially acceptable. I don't know. Anyway, so, and then my best friend, who was Sayori, now wants to be Monica, and she says that she kins Monica now, and honestly, I see it. I feel it. I feel it. So, must be fun. But that's like, but then I'm like, no, that's weird. You know why? Because Sayori is Evan's favorite, and I can't be Evan's favorite kin, even though there's only 4 fucking characters, but okay. That's a 1 in 4th chance, but okay. I can't risk that. I can't risk that he might think that that's weird. Like, what the fuck is wrong with my brain? Like, this can't be normal, right? Anyway, I'm just always afraid because, like, we have so much in common that it's, like, bad, you know? So, he's taking a 4-day vacation. By accident. I guess I just didn't schedule him for 4 days. So I'm gonna, like, well, I'm seeing him one day because we're gonna go to a square and, like, go to Spirit Halloween and stuff like that. Other than that, I just have to leave him alone. I feel so bad for the poor guy. Fucking God, can't escape me. And then sometimes it makes me feel bad though, because sometimes, like, I try and, like, I joke about it, but, like, also I'm, like, completely 100% serious. Like, if a bipolar episode comes, like, it's already gone. I can already feel the feelings creeping up, where it's like all the times where he was, like, telling me that I was, who knows, I don't know, guilt tripping is something that, like, really hurts my feelings a lot. And he used that at least once when we were talking about a time he came over my house or something. He was like, "I'm gonna you guilt trip me into coming over here." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you can fucking leave if you want to, I guess." And then he's like, no, it's fine. So it's like, you can't just say that. I feel really bad about it because I'm always like, I don't know what it is. I guess I always felt like I wasn't worth it. So then it's like, although actually I did talk about this with my therapist, and I did figure out why. It's because I lost my best friend, because she didn't tell me that she was struggling, and she blamed it on me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't see this coming at all. And now I feel like everyone's lying to me, and that's why everyone's friends with me, because they just feel bad for me, and they're just trying to find the right moment to put me down, you know? So I think that's probably why. We're friends now, because she was just having a really hard time in life and stuff, but that's actually why I think that everyone doesn't want to be my friend, and they're all just lying to me. And that's easier to think than to be vulnerable like that again, and all the horrible feelings that I felt losing my best friend like that. It was just like, it's so much better to just be constantly anxious and be prepared that someone will eventually try that shit on me again. And I just try and separate myself from people, because if I like them too much, and if they do that to me, it'll hurt so much that I'll end up just like getting rid of everyone else in my life. So yeah. That's my life update. Yeah, I don't really know how much left I have to talk about. I want to do this cute little thing where it's September 1st, so I was going to sing Hey Miss September, but I guess I already did, so I'm okay with that. So, yeah. I'm going to eat marshmallows with graham crackers. So they're like s'mores, but not heated up at all. When you chew it, it kind of tastes like a s'more, you know? Ugh. So, yeah. I'm just really nervous about my bunny right now. My bunny. Yeah, I'm just really worried about my bunny. I feel like a terrible person. Well, that's my life update. Okay, guys, I'm tired. I don't know what time it is. It's probably like 11 by now. Wonder if I can actually upload this by September 1st. So, yeah. I don't know what else I want to talk about. Yeah. Well, I just feel like I have more to say, but I guess not. Okay. Bye. Thanks for watching.